Right now, another election lawsuit filed, this time against local leaders, including Madison's mayor. What the Trump campaign is arguing as it tries to stop Wisconsin's election results from being finalized.
Plus, the race for a vaccine, when we could see the first doses arrive.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. It's Thursday, December 3rd. Overnight, the Trump campaign says it filed another lawsuit over Wisconsin's election, this time in federal court.
Our team coverage this morning begins with Josh Sprider and the latest details on what that suit involves. Good morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway is one of several mayors targeted in this lawsuit, which tries to claim Wisconsin's elections results were tainted. The suit was filed against the Wisconsin Elections Commission, state officials, and the mayors and clerks of 5 cities last night. It's looking to basically block the results of Wisconsin's election from being finalized. It's also asking for the state legislature to decide how Wisconsin's electoral college votes will be assigned. The suit claims the Elections Commission gave advice to clerks that went against state law and tries to cast doubts on absentee drop boxes used in cities like Madison. Elections officials have repeatedly said they found no irregularities in Dane County's absentee ballots. Now, this lawsuit is different than the one filed in the state Supreme Court a day before. Our Taylor Lazenby is here now to break down the differences. Taylor, good morning to you.
Hey Josh, good morning. That's right. Even though the lawsuits both want to see Wisconsin election results overturned, they're different in how they want to go about doing it. Now, the state Supreme Court is targeting individual absentee ballots. Now, they're asking for about 220,000 votes to be thrown out. The federal case filed last night attacks absentee votes more broadly, trying to claim the large amount of absentee votes should cast doubt on the entire election. Now, the new lawsuit uses many of the same arguments as the Supreme Court case, claiming clerks should not have been allowed to fill in missing addresses on absentee ballots, and too many people were considered indefinitely confined. Now, the state hasn't responded yet to the new federal lawsuit, but they did respond in the Supreme Court case, saying a large number of absentee votes were expected because we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Taylor Lazenby, thank you very much. A former Republican Party official is claiming Senator Ron Johnson told him he knows Joe Biden won the election, but doesn't want to say it publicly. Former Brown County Supervisor and GOP Chair Mark Becker wrote yesterday that he recently had a half-hour conversation with the senator. In that conversation, Becker says Johnson told him he knew and accepted Biden's win, but saying so publicly would be, quote, political suicide. The State Journal says Johnson responded with a statement saying the post was a political hit piece. He maintains he believes any issues with the election need to be investigated before results are finalized.
The new leader of the Wisconsin State Senate says they will not meet this month despite Assembly Speaker Robin Voss's new proposal on a coronavirus bill. Some members of the state Senate are taking issue with this proposal, saying that it gives the Assembly's Joint Finance Committee too much control. They're specifically not happy with the committee being tasked with overseeing the state's vaccine distribution plan. Democratic members of the Senate say that they also don't like provisions that would limit the powers of public health departments and how it pressures schools to return to in-person classes. But overall, they're frustrated that nothing is getting done.
I am going to go into this next session ready to work, ready to listen. But I want the people of Wisconsin to get what they deserve out of their government.
If the legislature doesn't pass anything by the end of December, it will have gone almost 3/4 of the year without passing any additional relief for COVID-19.
News of the Senate choosing not to meet for the rest of this month came as the state confirmed more than 90 new COVID-related deaths. Almost 200 more people were checked into the hospital. The state's positivity rate on tests is also back up over 30%. Now, help may soon be on the way in the form of vaccines, but doctors at UW Health are worried about what could happen until those are made available. They say we're not out of the woods yet in a post-Thanksgiving surge, and people need to keep their guard up during the holiday season.
The important message is that there's light at the end of the tunnel. There's a vaccine on the horizon. It hasn't actually arrived yet, so until it does, the more damage we can minimize from this pandemic, the better off we will be.
UW Health says they are ready to give out the vaccine once one is cleared, but based on the current timeline, the earliest we could start to see a vaccine making a difference is the middle of January.
Nursing homes in Wisconsin also getting ready to give out the vaccine once it's approved. Angel's Touch Assisted Living in De Pere says they'll be ready to go once the FDA authorizes a vaccine. The first wave of shots will be given to healthcare providers and people considered high risk, like those in nursing homes. Officials at Angel's Touch say things won't immediately go back to normal there, but they hope it'll keep their residents healthy.
Today marks the 30th anniversary of one of the biggest snowstorms this area has ever seen. More than 17 inches of snow fell over 24 hours during a blizzard on December 3rd, 1990. That still holds the record for the most snow we've ever seen in a single 24-hour period. Taking a look at some of the video from that day from our archives, just unbelievable. Hattie McLean working from home this morning and has more on that historic storm. Quite a different picture from what we're seeing today, Hattie.
It certainly is, Leah. We've had such a quiet start to December, so the question is, would you rather have that forecast from 30 years ago or today's forecast where we really don't have any snow in the foreseeable future? You make the decision, but that was quite a memorable snowstorm for southern Wisconsin. Now, it affected the southern 2/3 of the state. Here's a picture that we have from our archives as well. Still holds the record, again, for the heaviest 24-hour snowfall, 17.3 inches here in Madison. Our wind at the station were at 64 miles an hour, so you can imagine with that strong of a wind what would happen with that snow blowing around. Visibility was likely near zero during that storm. Snow drifts to 7 feet were the result of those strong winds and that heavy snow. Now, interestingly enough, just a week before that storm hit, there was a record high of 65 degrees. So you know that 65 in December and late November is not right, and sometimes that can result in a pretty big shift in the weather pattern. Now, today's forecast is significantly quieter. We do have one storm on the map, and it's to the south, causing some snow in parts of Oklahoma and Kansas this morning. High pressure, though, really dominating the weather across the northern tier of the United States, and that is going to prevent that storm system from moving anywhere close to us today. It is going to track along the Gulf Coast and eventually up the eastern seaboard, leaving us alone. Our forecast stays pretty quiet. We just have a little bit of cloud cover in the area this morning. 29 degrees is the temperature here in Madison. A wind chill of 23, but with this relatively mild start, winds are not a big factor. Our temperatures across the region look like this: 29 in Watertown, 29 in the Dells, 32 in Mineral Point, 31 in Prairie du Chien this morning. Pretty mild compared to yesterday. Winds are from the west, around 5 to 10 miles an hour, and that's enough to keep those temperatures a little milder overnight. Cloud cover's helping as well. We have a band of clouds that is shifting into southern Wisconsin as we speak. These clouds will be with us through the morning hours, but by the time we get to the lunch hour, especially north and west of Madison, we should start to see those clouds break up a little bit, and mostly sunny skies are expected for the afternoon. High temperatures will climb into the upper 30s and low 40s. Your extended forecast, relatively unchanged. Tweaked a few numbers here and there, but we still stick with highs near 40 degrees, nighttime lows in the mid-20s. Dry weather is expected through much of next week, although I'm keeping my eyes on next weekend. There is a chance for some snow now in the forecast Friday night, and some of the forecast models are indicating that we could get a little more active as we head into the next weekend.
Hey, so you're saying we might end up with a white Christmas?
I'm saying there's a chance.
You're telling me there's a chance. All right, I'll take it. Thanks, Hattie. 608, a new survey out this morning shows more and more parents are worried about the long-term effects of the pandemic on their children's mental health, especially with the holidays coming up. 2 out of 3 parents say they're worried that their children's mental health will suffer even more as the pandemic continues into the winter. 57% say they're running out of ways to keep their kids' spirits up. Dr. Parker Houston is a pediatric psychologist. He says, for kids to feel a sense of security and normalcy, parents need to be consistent.
Have a schedule, no matter for kids what the learning environment might be, to have 1, 2, or even 3 schedules if necessary, and keep those routines.
He also encourages parents to check in regularly with their kids about how they're feeling. Experts also say parents can embrace change this year and try to come up with new creative traditions for the holidays.
All right, we've told you about the challenges hospitals and nursing homes are facing with staffing shortages. Now, one technical college in Wisconsin is trying to help. North Central Tech in Wausau is training as many workers as they can for the front lines of the pandemic. They recently increased the number of students in their nursing program by 20%. The college provides most of the nursing home workers in the Wausau area and heard the calls from the community for more help.
Our healthcare provider said to me, Lori, we need to get more workers. We're overwhelmed. We need your students to graduate. We need them in clinicals. We need to have them here.
In the last week, the UW system has also announced some incentives to get more help from nursing students. They're offering a tuition credit to those who work in hospitals over the winter break.
6:10 is your time right now on this Thursday morning. Taking a look at your roads as you hit the road right now. No problems out there as we take a look at the First One traffics this morning. We are seeing no problems across southern Wisconsin. No delays across the state to report either. No crashes as well. Some good news there, and not a lot of color showing up on the map this morning. So we're moving along at posted speeds both on the interstate and the Beltline. That's your First One traffic.
6:10 coming up. The teenager accused of killing 2 protesters in Kenosha wants charges against him dropped. Some of them will tell you what his lawyers are arguing.
And later, one of the companies shipping your gifts this holiday season is imposing limits on how much it will carry. That's when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Fleet Farm's free gift card event is going on now. Hurry in. These offers are too good to be true. Spend $120 on Carhartt for the family. Get a $20 Fleet Farm gift card. Get a $10 gift card when you buy select size bags of Science Diet dog or cat food. And buy 2 cans of whole cashews or deluxe mixed nuts. Get a $10 gift card. Don't miss these and more during the free gift card event. Hurry in today. Fleet Farm. We've got you covered.
Hey, Culligan, got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
Going Cars is having a huge winter sale. Don't miss out on 2018 Chevy Cruises starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $185 per month.
Going Cars is family-owned and operated for over 50 years.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin. GobinCars.com.
Heart and soul, I fell in love with you, heart and soul. That little kiss you stole, held on my heart and soul.
Over time, things wear down. Tires, brakes, and headlight bulbs too. Sylvania's lighting experts know that if you wait until burnout, you'll lose up to 50 feet of visibility. That's from here to here in darkness. Switch to a new pair of Sylvania bulbs today and see better tonight.
Good luck, honey.
You got this. You got this. I believe with your investment, I can take this to the next level.
Hey, Mom, come skateboard.
Oh, look out!
We'll get you on some physical therapy.
Dean Health Plan, we've got you covered, Taria.
Good news, we'll take 1,000 units.
Okay.
Live your life with the plan for every moment. Dean Health Plan.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
To the thousands of Herzing University nursing and healthcare alumni, for your tireless commitment, and to all of your brave colleagues across America, we say thank you.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Welcome back. Happening today, you have a chance to make your voice heard on Madison's plans for a cross-city bus plan. They're holding a virtual meeting on the first phase of the bus rapid transit program. The first phase would include creating a crosstown bus service stretching from East Town Mall to West. It could also include some big changes to Whitney Way and Mineral Point roads, adding bus-only lanes to the center of those streets instead of next to the curb. That meeting starts tonight at 6 on Zoom.
Developing this morning at 6:14, the city of Minneapolis is continuing to take steps to cut their police budget and reallocate that money after this summer's murder of George Floyd. Hundreds of people signed up to speak about the proposal at a city council meeting overnight. One plan from council members would take $8 million from the budget or police budget, using it to create unarmed response teams for non-emergencies, along with other changes. Some citizen groups want to see as much as $50 million cut from the budget, while others spoke against the cuts as the city has seen a spike in murders in the last year.
Today, the teenager accused of killing 2 protesters during the unrest in Kenosha is scheduled for a preliminary hearing. His attorney wants to see some of the charges dropped. 17-year-old Kyle Rettenhaus is facing 6 criminal counts. His attorney filed a motion yesterday to dismiss 2 of those counts. One is a count of possession of a deadly weapon by a minor, and one was one of the 2 reckless endangerment charges. Rittenhouse's preliminary hearing is scheduled for 10:30 this morning.
A former Badgers football player accused of 2 counts of murder could be sent back to Wisconsin soon. Rock County District Attorney Jerry Erbick says Marcus Randall L. will be released from an Illinois prison on December 14th. A county judge in Illinois has to sign off on extradition papers, and if that doesn't happen, prosecutors would have to pursue a governor's warrant. In February, Randall L. was charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide in relation to the murders of 2 women, 27-year-old Brittany McAdory and 30-year-old Sierra Winchester. They were found with gunshot wounds near a truck stop. They died later at the hospital.
Check out this video from Minnesota from overnight. That is a plane on I-35W. A video here from Minnesota DOT. The State Patrol says a small plane landed on the interstate just before 9:30 last night. It's a single-engine plane that ended up crashing into a car. Nobody was hurt. The interstate was closed for several hours overnight.
Unbelievable video there. 6:16 now. A human trip to Mars could happen in a matter of just a few years, at least according to Elon Musk. He says SpaceX will aim to put people on Mars by the year 2026 or even sooner. The billionaire says Earth and Mars's orbits sync up every 26 years, which might make a voyage possible. He's thinking big for his plans on the red planet, saying he hopes to eventually build a self-sustaining city there. SpaceX currently working on developing a special rocket that could launch cargo and as many as 100 people at a time to the moon and to Mars. Reaching for the stars there, Chris.
That is so cool. That is so cool. Leave it to Elon Musk to think big. Hey, check this out. This is nowhere up north or near us. This is down in Oklahoma, the northwestern part of the state, getting hit by some pretty heavy snow yesterday. It caused some pretty dangerous travel conditions. A lot of cars ended up in the ditch. They still have a winter storm warning in effect until noon today. Yeah, the northwestern part of Oklahoma, especially the Panhandle, sees a lot of snow every year. They just don't have some of the resources like we do here in Wisconsin. And with that, we'll turn our attention to Hattie McLean. You know, I came from Oklahoma earlier this year. They get some snowfall every once in a while. February this year, it was February 5th, Hattie, we saw several inches in the Oklahoma City area when I was there. And go figure, I come to Wisconsin and we haven't gotten any snow that's going to last for much longer.
Barely a snowflake, yeah. How do the adults react in Oklahoma? Do they like the snow?
Yeah, everybody, it's a big deal. Like, the whole town kind of shuts down, but everybody takes advantage of it because it doesn't last long. So you see everybody playing out in the snow because they know within 24 hours it's going to all be gone.
Kind of like snow in Denver, but you sent me this cute picture back from that February storm of your girls enjoying the snow that you had during that storm system. Cute picture. Look at those 3 girls playing in the snow. Wish we had some of that snow on the ground here. I'll be honest, it's December now, so I kind of want snow around here as well, but just nothing in the forecast for us. Take a look at the radar map and you'll see that storm system moving through the central part of the country. Most of the snow is moving out of Oklahoma as we speak into Kansas. notice some rain then back down through the Mississippi River Valley. This storm system, though, is going to stay to our south with high pressure and control the weather here. That's going to really act as a roadblock for this storm system and send it to the east instead of to the north. So our radar map here in southern Wisconsin is very quiet. Nothing showing up right now. We do have some clouds in the area, though, this morning. Keep that in mind. Temperatures are in the upper 20s and low 30s this morning. Pretty mild start compared to yesterday at this time. Here's your bus stop weather forecast. We will start with clouds, but you don't need as many layers today. Temperatures will climb to highs in the mid and upper 30s later on, and we should see some sunshine for the afternoon as well. So not a bad day ahead, just a little cooler than it was yesterday.
Hattie, like the sounds of that. Thank you very much. 6:19 now. With us seeing some cold nights lately, an annual contest here in Madison making its return. The Clean Lakes Alliance officially launched its Guess When Lake Mendota Will Freeze contest. Guessing right could win you a $1,000 gift card. Lake Mendota typically freezes over right around December 20th, but last winter it didn't freeze until January 12th. The latest it's ever frozen was January 30th. That was back in 1932. If you want to see if you can win $1,000, we have more info on this contest over on our website and later today on Live at 4.
UPS is putting shipping limits on some popular brands to make sure that you get your gifts on time this holiday season. The Wall Street Journal reports companies like Nike and Gap are affected. The idea is a cap on products means the shipping company can move more products and get it there on time. The move comes as holiday sales are breaking records this year. Black Friday sales alone were up 22% over last year. The UPS restrictions start this week.
6:20 coming up. First, it was Chance the Snapper. Now we have another story about an unusual animal on the loose in the Chicago area.
They never get old. And coming up in our next half hour, a new survey says 30% of businesses in Dane County could be forced to close before next summer. What local business leaders say needs to be done to stop that from happening. Stay with us.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
The Ashley Home Store Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday only. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off mattresses, including hot buys and holiday doorbusters like these. And free quick ship delivery on the best brands. Through Tuesday at Ashley Home Store.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stain caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
So this holiday season, if you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes or an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean. And people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. This holiday season, order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. Get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
When
the mercury dips below freezing, we know that snow and extreme cold aren't far behind. Now's the time to gear up for the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Help your home fight the cold with a new furnace filter, 3M window insulation kits, and portable zone heaters. Make sure your vehicle's good to go with a fresh battery or new set of tires. And save on cold weather boots, thermal underwear, and outerwear to keep your whole family warm. Find the best deals and selection on cold weather gear. That's genuine value from Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
The Ashley Home Store Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday only. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus, Black Friday bonus discounts up to an extra 20% off our sale prices. And no interest financing store-wide through Tuesday at Ashley Home Store.
Who is it? Leslie, for sharing this photo of some deer hunting in Monticello with us. Thanks for sharing that, Leslie. Share your photos with us. You can do so by using the hashtag MyNews3Morning.
You're on News 3 Now this morning, and there's one that we really wanted to share out of the Chicago area this morning. Check out Wally the Wallaroo. He got away from his owner while out for a walk in Peru, Illinois the other day, causing police to try to track him down as he hopped down the road. He eventually jumped into the Illinois River before he was pulled out of the water when he was having some trouble swimming. Luckily, Wally is okay this morning, but now police wanted to make sure his owner actually has a permit for the unusual pet. Now, we had to look this up. If you're wondering, a wallaroo looks like a kangaroo, but it's between a kangaroo and a wallaby in size. Leah, I feel like this is your new pet to be.
I am just so well known for loving animals that every time we have an animal story, Josh is like, Leah must love this animal. But hot take from Chris this morning. Chris doesn't think he's cute. Chris, explain yourself.
It's not cute. You can't just wrap an animal in a blanket and call it cute. That's not how it works.
Yes, you can, especially if they jump, Chris.
I don't know. It's not cute.
Hattie, please weigh in. Save me here. That's a very cute animal that probably doesn't like the cold.
I just don't think this is a pet. I don't know. Maybe in Australia they have them as pets, but I just don't think he belongs in Chicago. I do have a pretty cute pet walk picture for you, though. You'll be hard-pressed to call these guys not cute. Look at Rusty and Shadow and Partyville licking their chops, ready for a treat. If you're going for a walk today, you'll have sunshine this afternoon.
Cute. Thanks, Addie. 6:26. We'll take a quick break. More News 3 this morning coming up right after this.
3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family warm this winter,
here, let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Call OK Heating and Air Conditioning, serving Verona and all of Dane County.
Call Air Serve Heating and Air Conditioning, serving the Madison area.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Every single brand we carry is Black Friday price to move today. Check out front load washer and dryer pairs starting at $10.98 or just $5.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
I solemnly swear that I will support the veterans of the
United States Armed Forces.
I will defend the Constitution
against all enemies. That I will commit
to ensuring they are
not forgotten.
And I will enable veterans to live the same life of opportunity
they have provided me. So help me God.
Winter is what you make of it. And with the award-winning strength and performance of Cub Cadet X-Series snowblowers, you can make the most of it. Visit your local Cub Cadet dealer where you can receive $200 off for a limited time. To find a locally owned dealer near you, visit cubcadetdealers.com.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-936-5735. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-936-5735.
Multiple lawsuits with the same goal. The Trump administration now going to federal court trying to change the outcome of Wisconsin's election. How this latest suit will try to accomplish that.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Thanks for joining us. Developing this morning, we're expecting to hear today from Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and other Wisconsin leaders who are the subject of another Trump campaign lawsuit. President Trump now suing the State Elections Commission at the federal level. The suit also goes after Mayor Rhodes Conway and others for their use of city-run ballot boxes. Without evidence, the campaign alleges the large number of absentee ballots cast doubts on the results. Again, the state has not found any evidence of widespread voter fraud, and a recount confirmed Joe Biden won Wisconsin. Ultimately, the Trump campaign wants to have the state's Republican legislature pick how Wisconsin's electoral college votes will be assigned. This new lawsuit is different than the one the Trump campaign filed on Tuesday. Taylor Lazenby is here to break down what's the difference between the two. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Josh. Good morning. That's right. Both lawsuits want to change the results of the Wisconsin election. They're just different in how the campaign is trying to get it done. The federal lawsuit you just described attacks absentee votes broadly. The one filed Tuesday at the state level looks specifically at Dane and Milwaukee counties. If the president gets his way with that lawsuit, hundreds of thousands of people who voted absentee in either county would be at risk of losing their vote in this election. Local election officials have found no evidence of fraud in either county. U.S. Attorney General Barr has also found no evidence of widespread fraud that would change the results of the election. Now, the state hasn't responded yet to the new federal lawsuit, but if it has been responded to the Supreme Court case, saying the large number of absentee ballots was expected since we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Taylor Lazenby this morning, thank you very much. The White House Coronavirus Task Force says the COVID risk to Americans is at a historic high. The report, dated November 29th, was published just yesterday. It says seniors or people with pre-existing health conditions shouldn't go into any indoor public spaces where someone isn't wearing a mask. That includes the grocery store, even your local pharmacy. Instead of going there in person, these folks should have those essentials delivered. This report was released on the same day the U.S. broke its record for new cases and hospitalizations. Now here's a look at how Wisconsin's looking this morning. Nearly 1 in 3 people tested in the past week have received positive COVID results. 66,000 people have active cases this morning.
As Pfizer moves closer to getting its vaccine approved for emergency use, a Wisconsin facility will play a key part in how it's distributed across the country. The Journal Sentinel reports Pfizer's Pleasant Prairie site is getting new equipment and more employees to help handle the vaccine. The vaccine has to be stored at ultra-cold temperatures, which only special freezers can reach. Once you can go and get vaccinated, your doctor or pharmacist will hand you something that looks like this. Come take a look. This is the first look at what a COVID vaccination record card and a vaccine kit will look like. The Department of Defense is sharing these pictures. Everyone will be given a written card that they keep, which says which vaccine they got and when their next dose is due. Clinics will also tell the state's health department which vaccine you got so that they can look it up if you lose your card or forget where you got your first dose. 6:33 right now. 3 former presidents will get their COVID vaccines on camera. It'll make you feel better about getting a vaccine once it's approved, right? Presidents Obama, Bush, and Clinton hope it will help encourage everyone to get vaccinated. Dr. Anthony Fauci has said a vaccine will only be effective if everyone takes it. President Jimmy Carter, the oldest living former president, hasn't said publicly whether he would get vaccinated or not.
If things continue the way they are right now, 30% of local Dane County businesses say they won't make it to next summer. A new study from local commerce groups shows nearly 80% of Dane County businesses are experiencing a decline in revenue. A third lost more than half. In order to turn those numbers around, Greater Madison Chamber of Commerce President Zach Brandon says leadership has to find a better balance of public health, the economy, and consumer and employee confidence.
We may end up with an economy that's a tale of two cities, where there are industries that are doing great, that are in, highly educated, highly trained, tech focused, but that the core of our economy, the things that make us special and make us different from other places in this region and across this country, could not be here when we come out of this pandemic.
3% of local businesses have closed since the start of the pandemic. Another 1% predict they'll have to close within the next month. And we're learning this morning 62,000 Wisconsinites who waited for unemployment payments are now being asked to pay some or all of it back. The Department of Workforce Development says they overpaid residents by $44 million between April and October. Our news partners in Milwaukee report the $44 million is just 1% of the money paid out in those months. The DWD says it can waive the overpayment if it's the department's fault, but computer glitches, bookkeeping errors, and other mistakes like that won't count.
From the environment to the economy, the state's 2021-2023 budget will affect everyone. And that's why the governor's office is hearing from people like you as they put together the next budget. Last night, Governor Evers and the Lieutenant Governor hosted a listening session for a people's budget session, really, with hundreds of participants. The main topics: economy, environment, and infrastructure. Many Wisconsinites spoke about the importance of expanding broadband internet rurally, especially with more working and learning from home. There was also a push to put more resources toward tackling climate change.
As a city council member, I'm finding more and more that climate change and the impacts of climate change are just making it financially burdensome to local communities in how we're responding to large weather events.
I live out in the middle of nowhere, and I have very poor broadband, except connectivity. So I'd really like to encourage that we can expand that.
There are a couple more of these sessions. The next one is coming up here, let's see, I think it is next week, next Tuesday. It'll be on Tuesday. It'll focus on criminal justice reform. You can submit general comments anytime at the governor's website.
All right, 6:36 your time now. Hattie McLean working from home yet again with our first warn weather. Hi, Hattie.
Good morning, Leah. Yeah, still not able to see a whole lot from our sky camera shots. The sun coming up later and later every day. It's now well after 7 in the morning. We do have some cloud cover, though, and that's sort of impacting our view this morning. Take a look at the sunrise and sunset times, though, that we have today. 7:11 is when the sun officially comes up. It sets at 4:23, and that's pretty much the earliest sunset that we have all year. I think 4:22 is officially the earliest sunset. We have just a few minutes of daylight to lose before we get to the shortest day of the year, about 11 to be exact, and then the days will start getting longer. By March, that's when we turn those clocks ahead. We're going to add over 2.5 hours of daylight. But again, these are some of the shortest days of the year. So far, we've lost over 6 hours of daylight since the longest day back in June. Here's a look at our temperatures. We don't start on a very chilly note, though, this morning. Temperatures are in the 20s and low 30s early today. A look at our winds. Winds have been from the west all night, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. That wind speed is just enough to keep our temperatures from tanking and really dropping into the teens. So we can thank the winds and the clouds for the milder temperatures this morning. On Weather Track, you will see a band of clouds moving through southern Wisconsin. No precipitation falling from these clouds at all, so our forecast remains dry. Future Track has a pretty good handle on the cloud cover this morning. We are going to see those clouds linger through the morning hours, but after lunchtime today, skies will begin to clear. Lunchtime temperatures should be in the mid-30s in most spots. Daytime highs today will be in the upper 30s, maybe a few spots in southwestern Wisconsin, cracking the 40-degree point once again. But sunshine is expected for the afternoon. Heading into tonight, that quiet weather pattern continues. And looking ahead to the extended forecast, haven't really made any major changes. I guess we're in the shortest daylight time of the year, so it's a good thing that we have all this sun in the forecast. Our forecast stays quiet. We have made one change, though. Added a chance for some snow late Friday night into the next weekend. I'm keeping my eyes on that long-range forecast because some of the models now are hinting at things could start to change. We'll see a change in that weather pattern, turning us more active here in southern Wisconsin.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Developing right now, divers could restart their search for a person in the Milwaukee River this morning. 3 people ended up in the river after a police chase ended in a crash last night. First responders saved 2 people who then went to the hospital for treatment. The 3rd person is still missing.
Mayfair Mall will now use specially trained canines to try and keep shoppers safe. The announcement comes less than 2 weeks after a shooting sent 8 people to the hospital. The Journal-Sentinel reports the dogs will be able to sense when someone has a gun on them. Weapons are not allowed inside the mall. Kyle Rettenhaus's defense attorney wants the court to dismiss 2 of the charges against him connected to the deadly shooting in Kenosha. The Illinois teenager is facing 6 criminal counts in all. His attorney is asking the court to dismiss 1 charge for having a weapon as a minor and one of the 2 reckless endangerment charges he faces. Rettenhaus is accused of shooting and killing 2 protesters and injuring a 3rd. Wisconsin's Department of Corrections is seeing a spike in inmate COVID deaths. It reported 3 more yesterday, bringing the statewide total to 14. The number of active cases has gone down by a bit, but we could see it go up as we see a Thanksgiving spike statewide. The DOC says nearly 900 inmates have active cases. More than 2,000 are in quarantine.
6:40 right now. The Edgewood College community is mourning the loss of one of its former presidents. Dr. Jim Eben died this week, surrounded by his family. Eben served as president of Edgewood for nearly 2 decades, from '87 until his retirement in 2004. During his time as president, Eben saw the renovation and dedication of the Todd Ware Edge Dome and the building of several other campus buildings. He was 83 years old. Funeral and visitation details are up right now at channel3000.com. The president of the Janesville School Board will not seek re-election. Steve Ruth says he made the decision more than a year ago, but is making it official now. Our partners at the Janesville Gazette report Huth was elected in 2015 and is finishing up his 2nd term. He also served on the board from '93 to '94. Huth worked in the district for 20 years before retiring in 2014. He was elected as a write-in candidate 6 months later.
6:41 is your time right now on this Thursday morning. Let's take a look at your first warn traffic maps as you head out the door. No problems to report at this hour. Across Dane County, we're looking good. No delays, really. We've seen very, very smooth sailing on the roads this week. Rock County also looking good so far this morning. Your drive times, we are moving along at posted speeds heading into Dane County. Live look outside right now, a little milder this morning than what it has been the last couple of mornings, but it's going to be a little cooler today. Hattie's going to have more on the temperatures coming up here in just a little bit.
And one city is paying tribute to a classic Christmas movie. We triple dog dare you to guess which one it is. We'll show you after the break.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday. It's your last chance to save up to 50% off Hot Buy appliances and doorbusters. Plus, no interest financing for 18 months on the best brands. And quick ship delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
protect what's important to you from COVID-19, you help protect everyone in Wisconsin. Learn how you can stop the spread at dhs.wisconsin.gov/COVID-19.
Since 1902, Carrier has been inventing new ways to make people comfortable. And today, comfort can also mean efficiency. Because being more efficient with your home heating can mean spending less on it. And that's something everyone can get comfortable with. If you're ready for Carrier comfort, now you can get cool cash rebates of up to $1,650 on a new system. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Call Footville Heating and Cooling, serving the Janesville area. In the Sauk County area, call Prairie Plumbing and Heating.
Today's audio-video security and automation technology is powerful in what it can do, but it can be complex with overwhelming options to choose from, and you may not know where to go for trusted advice. Well, we at Fearing's Audio-Video Security have assembled a team of experts to guide you in choosing the right system for your business and home. Then we custom design and install easy-to-use solutions to advance your business, enhance your home, and simplify your life. Check us out at fearings.com.
The Ashley Home Store Black Friday sale is extended through Tuesday only. It's your last chance to save up to 70% off doorbusters and special buys. Plus, Black Friday bonus discounts up to an extra 20% off our sale prices. And no interest financing store-wide through Tuesday at Ashley Home Store.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. Get more local news now with Channel 3000 Plus, our free digital streaming service that brings you area news and info 24/7 from the News 3 Now team. Channel 3000 Plus. Download it today and watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
We're back at 6:45. We're seeing a lot of Christmas movie-themed exhibits and tributes popping up as we get closer to the holiday. Let's see if you can guess what this one is from. This is in the city of Chickasha, Oklahoma. They're putting up a giant 40-foot tall inflatable statue. Here's a hint. It's a major award. If you haven't guessed it yet, it is the leg lamp from A Christmas Story. The giant inflatable is being used as part of the city's annual Festival of Lights. I know I would not put this in my yard. Leah, I don't know if Zach would approve of this either.
Fragile. Must be Italian. Chris, this would look great in your yard. I'm sorry. Just beautiful. Really classy.
Right. Yeah, my wife would definitely okay that one. A great movie. I love that movie. Like the scene where the kid licks the pole, the frozen pole. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yes.
You'll shoot your eye out. There's so many great scenes in that movie.
I love it. Hattie, I triple dog dare you to get us some snow in the forecast so we can be a little bit more excited about watching A Christmas Story.
Oh, I wish it worked that way, Leah. I wish I had that kind of power. I could just wish cast us a couple of snowstorms before Christmas. Unfortunately, not the case. However, you still have lots of opportunities to get those decorations out in your front yard, whatever you may be decorating with. Our forecast for hanging the lights looking pretty good for the next few days. If you have some extra time today, maybe you want to head outside and do it. Winds will be relatively light. Skies will be clearing for the afternoon, and temperatures aren't terribly cold, so all good things if we're looking at hanging up lights outside. Speaking of not too cold, right now it's 29 here in Madison, 29 in Platteville right now, and the Dells. A few spots from Mineral Point through the Wisconsin River Valley are starting in the 30s this morning. Here's a look at our wind speeds over the next 12 hours. Winds are going to increase a little bit. They'll be around 10 to 15 miles an hour for a couple of hours this afternoon, but not terribly strong. Our forecast, day planner temperatures, finally able to see a little bit of light outside. Skies are cloudy right now, though, so we're not going to see a nice sunrise. Clouds are going to clear as we head towards the afternoon with a high of 37 degrees later on today. That's just a little bit above normal for this time of the year.
All right, thanks, Hattie. 6:47, stick around. The morning sprint is coming up after the break.
But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can share their picture on TV. Thanks for waking up with us on News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
I love to equal the playing field. I love to help people and allow them to feel like they are powerful instead of powerless. We're with our clients every step of the way.
Gingras, Thompson, and Walks.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 Firstborn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
Toyotathon is on. Now's the time to get a great deal on Tacoma, RAV4, Camry, and more.
I'll take it.
I'll get this wrapped up for you. I wish I hadn't just unwrapped it.
Right now, during Toyotathon, you can get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry or 2021 RAV4.
Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Get genuine value on gifts for Christmas during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's huge gift sale going on now. Shop amazing deals store-wide on great gifts for everyone on your list. For the DIYer, this 100-piece screwdriver set is half off. For the snacker, 2-pound bags of whole cashews or deluxe mixed nuts are only $10.99. Give the gift of winter prep with extended life antifreeze and coolant, just $9.49 a gallon. And a Blaine's Farm and Fleet gift card is always the perfect gift. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
Hey guys, listen up! This coronavirus thing has lasted forever. If we're gonna get back out there, we need to work together. We've gotta take care of ourselves. So wear your mask, wash your hands, get your flu shot, social distance. The sooner we all do it, the sooner we can get back to the important stuff, like playing. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health. Know how much you matter to this world.
These are real people, not actors, who've got their eczema under control. With less eczema, you can show more skin. So roll up those sleeves and help heal your skin from within with Dupixent. Dupixent is the first treatment of its kind that continuously treats moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis, even between flare-ups. Dupixent is a biologic and not a cream or steroid. Many people taking Dupixent saw clear or almost clear skin and had significantly less itch. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. So help heal your skin from within and talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent. If your financial situation has changed, we may be able to help.
6:51, time for the morning sprint. Developing right now, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway and other Wisconsin leaders are the subject of another Trump campaign lawsuit. President Trump now suing the State Elections Commission at the federal level. The suit also goes after Mayor Rhodes Conway and others for their use of city-run ballot boxes. Ultimately, the Trump campaign wants to have the state's Republican legislature pick how Wisconsin's electoral college votes will be assigned. This lawsuit comes just one day after the campaign filed a separate lawsuit with the state Supreme Court. That one focused only on the ballots in the Dane and Milwaukee counties. If the president gets his way, hundreds of thousands of people who voted absentee would be at risk of losing their vote in this election. The local elections officials have found no evidence of fraud in either county or any widespread fraud across the state.
The White House Coronavirus Task Force says the COVID risk to Americans is at a historic high. A new report says seniors or people with pre-existing health conditions shouldn't go into any public indoor spaces where someone doesn't have a mask. That includes the grocery store or pharmacy. Instead of going there in person, these folks should have those essentials delivered. This report was released on the same day the U.S. broke its record for new cases and hospitalizations. Wisconsin isn't looking much better this morning. Nearly 1 in 3 people tested in the past week were positive. 66,000 people have active cases in the state this morning.
UW Health is opening a new indoor drive-through COVID testing site on the east side. It'll be just north of the airport. This site is going to replace the outdoor testing site on the west side. This one can fit 10 cars in at once, and it allows healthcare workers to give the tests in a heated area. You'll have to talk to your primary care provider, though, to make an appointment. Support is growing for a bipartisan coronavirus relief package this morning. President-elect Joe Biden and the top two Democrats in Congress are now behind the $900 billion bill. Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell isn't supporting it. He's standing by the smaller $500 billion GOP plan instead.
Wisconsin won't have any state-level COVID relief until after the new year. Incoming Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu says that the Senate won't come back this month, despite Assembly Republicans saying they would vote on bills this month. This now makes Wisconsin dependent on the federal government to pass its own relief bill. All safety nets run out on December 31st, putting thousands of Wisconsinites at risk of losing unemployment payments and getting evicted. The city of Milwaukee will implement new capacity limits for bars and restaurants today. Businesses with approved safety limits won't be able to hold more than 50% of its capacity. Those without approved plans will have to stay at 25%.
The city of Racine is extending its COVID restrictions until June. This includes mandatory mask mandates and rules regulating places like schools, restaurants, and long-term care facilities. Only 2 aldermen voted against the extension. The World Health Organization is updating its guidelines on face masks. It says people 12 and older should wear masks both indoors and outdoors if you can't be more than 3 feet away from others. The WHO says even when used correctly, masks are not enough to prevent the spread on their own. You still need to wash your hands, keep your distance, and avoid touching your face.
The CDC once again asking you not to travel for the upcoming holidays. Its director, Dr. Robert Redfield, says deaths in the U.S. could hit 450,000 by February if we don't change what we're doing. He says the winter months could be the most difficult in the history of public health.
For the first time since March of 2019, passengers were able to fly on a Boeing 737 MAX plane. The model had been grounded worldwide after 2 deadly crashes. Journalists were on board for the 45-minute flight from Dallas to Tulsa. After months of checks by regulators, airlines and Boeing are hoping to build back confidence in the redesigned plane. The first commercial flight will be on the 29th. Former astronaut Mark Kelly is now officially a senator. Vice President Mike Pence gave him the oath. Kelly is representing the state as a Democrat. He won a special election to fill the seat held by the late Senator John McCain. Kelly is married to Gabby Giffords, a former congresswoman who survived a 2011 assassination attempt.
Beloit's International Film Festival going virtual this year. The annual event is celebrating its 16th year, but because of rising COVID cases, it'll be held mostly online with the chance for some drive-in movies. Our partners at the Janesville Gazette are reporting on the economic impact of that decision, reaching upwards of $500,000. The festival is scheduled for mid-February.
Happening now, a heads up for anyone traveling through Sauk and Columbia counties this week. The State Patrol will be doing aerial enforcement. The first happening today along the interstate in Columbia County, the second on Saturday in Sauk County. Pilots and officers on the ground will be enforcing speed limits and other traffic laws, so be sure to watch your driving. Speaking of driving, let's take a look at the roads. Almost 6:56 right now in the Madison Metro. No crashes or major delays to speak of. Couple of slowdowns on the Beltline near Park Street this morning, but you shouldn't have to worry too much about that. Look at your drive times right now as you head inbound. Moving around 57 miles an hour on the Beltline this morning. That's your First Warn traffic.
And your First Warn weather forecast shows you cloudy skies in Platteville this morning. Here's a look at Weather Track. No precipitation falling from those clouds, but they'll be with us through the morning hours. Temperatures are at 30 now here in Madison and Lone Rock, 32 in Mineral Point. As you head out the door, it's not going to be as cold today with high temperatures in the upper 30s.
Have a great day, folks. We'll see you back.